Good evening, Otherworldlies. This is Queen Juliana, your Dark Mask Diva. Tonight, Atalon and I went and we saw The Grinch, Jim Carrey's Grinch, in the theaters. And I took my stuffed Grinch with me. And I have had this Grinch since 1999. Look how well preserved he is. Look at his feet. Look at the little tufts of fur on his feet. I have, look at his, he's a backpack. Look how clean he is. Look at that. Look how well preserved he is. I have lost count how many places I've lived. And I've lived in some places you wouldn't want to live. Okay? I can't believe how clean and well preserved this Grinch toy is. Okay? 1999. I have had him for a long time. And whenever I see some kind of Grinch movie or do some kind of Grinch thing, I bring him with me. I'm so happy I have him. So this content is not going to be about the Grinch, but just because we took him with us tonight, I thought I would have him in this content. I also, this top looks kind of Dr. Seuss-ish, so I wore that to the movies tonight. So I just wanted to keep with the theme. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about tonight is just kind of like it's very petty, all right? And it's first world problems. I know this is a season of giving and loving and forgiving and stuff like that. We're not talking about that tonight. We're talking about first world problems tonight. So if you don't want to be petty, don't watch this content, okay? Because we're going to be extremely petty. We're going to be, we're going to be shallow. We're going to be like that tonight. So if you don't want to be petty, don't watch this content. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to talk about people humbling you and why they might be doing that. All right, so first of all, make sure people are trying to humble you. Okay, so I used to go out with this guy, and he told me that he liked homely women. And I got really annoyed with him because I always thought homely meant unattractive. So I thought he was trying to humble me, and I thought, why is he telling me he likes homely women? So I said to him, then why are you going out with me? And he got this really confused look on his face. And later on, come to find out, another definition of homely is women who are very home-oriented. They like to decorate their home. They like to entertain. They like to create a very nice house. Okay, I like to do that. I have a lot of Cancer in my zodiac. All right? So he was describing me. It had nothing to do with my beauty whatsoever. So later on, come to find out, he was not insulting me whatsoever. So he was not trying to humble me. It's just that was another definition. That was a situation where I should have said, what are you talking about? But I thought he was trying to humble me. And the reason was not because I'm defensive, but it's because I have had so many people try to humble me that, I'll snap and uncheck somebody for trying to humble me. I won't take it. So, I checked him. And he wasn't trying to, so he was probably just wondering, why is she getting defensive about that? So, he probably doesn't think that I'm very hospitable. So, and honestly, I mean, I'm really into my house. I really like to chill in my house, and I misrepresented myself. It doesn't matter now, but there's two different definitions for what he said. He was using the British definition, and he's American, so I don't know why I was using the British definition. So anyway, he wasn't trying to humble me. So sometimes what you might want to do is tell somebody to explain themselves, and not jump to conclusions. But if they explain themselves and they're still insulting you, then definitely check them. Check them all the way. Check them to until it goes back in their family generations. Check them hard if they're trying to humble you. Check them for me. So people will try to humble you because they feel intimidated and threatened by you. All right. The root of people trying to humble you is because they feel you're better than they are. All right. They feel that you have more confidence than they do. They feel you are too good for them. All right. They feel humbled in your presence. So they're trying to basically level the playing field. All right. There are situations where you may go and seek therapy. Your therapist may feel intimidated by you. And I know you're thinking, yeah, but I'm the one there with the problem. Why are they feeling intimidated by me? Well, let me explain to you the field of psychology. A lot of people get into the field of psychology because they felt misunderstood. They have been through a whole lot of trauma. They feel bad about themselves. They've been really hurt. So they get into that field trying to heal themselves. All right? They don't feel whole. So they're trying to help themselves. That's why they're there. Okay? If you're there and you feel insulted and you feel unsafe around that psychologist, that therapist, and I've had good psychologists and therapists and bad ones. I've had more bad ones than good ones. And I have learned the minute they do something that icks me out, I don't go back. And they recommend give them a few chances. Okay, I don't. The minute they do something that makes me uncomfortable, I don't go back because there are so many bad ones. And the minute I gave them a few chances, they kept doing things. So you may want to take my advice, you may not want to take my advice, but they kept doing things. So I don't like to open myself up and tell people my business and keep trusting them with my feelings, and because that traumatizes me. Okay, and I had plenty of experiences where bad things happened, and plenty of things to work through. So I don't want to waste my time. I may as well just heal by myself and not give them a chance to insult me, degrade me, try to make whatever was going wrong even worse. I'd rather just go home and deal with it by myself than involve a second party and just muck it up worse, honestly. Here is something that people say to you when you like to express yourself and they feel threatened by you. They tell you that whatever you're wearing, whatever you're saying, whatever you're doing, they like to say that is brave, B-R-A-V-E, brave, okay? It's not brave. Personally, what I'm doing is not brave, okay? I do a lot of things that are colorful, a lot of things that are sparkly, a lot of things that are vivid and bright, a lot of things that are modern, but nothing I do is brave. because what I do is I wear a lot of things that are trending and a lot of things that appeal to a wide audience. Okay, I go outside and I get people just coming up to me telling me how much they love all the stuff I'm doing. If I was not getting so much positive feedback from doing what I'm doing, I would not be doing it. I would not do something that made everybody hate me. And I'm just keeping it real. If I didn't think it was so pretty what I was doing, what I was wearing, and I didn't think everybody liked it so much, honestly, I would not do something that would make people hate me. That would make people go, oh, that's ugly. Ew, she's weird. I would not even do that. I would not do things that made people, that turned people off. I mean, honestly, I do things I know people are going to like. Because that's what you do. That's what you do when you're influencing. You do things you know people are going to like to look at. You make yourself, as an influencer, fun to look at, right? It's like you make yourself look like famous people. You put colors together that are fun to look at. You make yourself appealing aesthetically. So there is really nothing brave about what I'm doing. Absolutely not. If I was making myself somehow scary looking or ugly or just like so weird, so unbelievably weird, that would be brave. That just made people cross the street when they saw me coming. That would be brave. Okay, but there's just absolutely nothing that I'm doing whatsoever that is brave. It appeals to a lot of people what I'm doing. But I was wearing my eyeglasses that have the glitter in them, and that therapist told me those were brave. And I knew from that point on that she was not the right therapist, because that was backhanded. That was a backhanded compliment. And I know once people start in with that kind of stuff, I know they're toxic. I've had people tell me my pink hair is brave. Okay, it's not. It's trending. Okay, some people just feel threatened by stuff like that. I've been told by crazy looking people that my pink hair is brave. I'm like, you know you're crazy looking, right? I mean, I just feel like being mean to them, but I'm not a mean person. I'm just like, I'm considering the source. But they're trying to humble me. That's people who don't feel good about themselves will try to humble you. You're doing something that works, and they're trying to humble you. Okay, that's where they're coming from. Okay, say like you're dating somebody, and you're more attractive than they are. They feel bad about some part of their anatomy. And you know what part of the anatomy I'm talking about. Okay, you didn't do anything to make them feel bad about their anatomy. They may have seen you look at it, and they may have seen you look disappointed, or maybe you're not reacting the way they want you to react when you're in a certain type of act, or something like that. They know that they are inadequate in that way. So they start pretending that you're not as attractive as you are. Maybe that kind of thing just isn't that important to you. But so they refuse to compliment you. They pretend other people are more attractive than you are. They may bring up that body part, and you pretend that there's nothing wrong with that body part, or that it's more than it is, or whatever. But they keep trying to make you feel bad about your worth as a human being, because they feel bad. They feel bad about that. That's the only thing about them that just comes up short. All right, so they're trying to make you feel bad about what you have to offer. That's them trying to humble you. Or they just forget manners, like they won't open the door for you. They make you open your own door. They make you carry your own shoes if your feet hurt. All right. They're just not gentlemen. They don't treat you with respect. All right. Say like you have a certain body type. They act like they like a woman with a different sort of body type. All right. Say like you have a really good body type. Say like you have a really attractive look to you. They pretend like they like a different type of beauty. You're a slender beauty. They act like they like a voluptuous beauty. Or you're a voluptuous beauty. They act like they like a slender beauty. It's whatever you are, they want the opposite of whatever you are. Or you're short. They act like they want someone tall. You're tall, they act like they want someone short. They act like they like something that you can't possibly be. Okay, they want to make sure that you feel inadequate, and it's something that you can't change. Okay, they're trying to humble you. Or they compare you to someone. My ex was such a good cook, because they know you feel bad because you're not a good cook. Okay, that kind of stuff isn't really a big deal. Okay, they could cook, or you could learn to cook. I mean, that kind of stuff really isn't a big deal. They're just trying to make you feel bad because they know you're too good for them. Okay, they will try to humble you. Anytime anybody is trying to humble you, it's because they know you're too good for them. And I know this is going to sound extreme. You catch somebody trying to humble you, okay, you don't even have to call them on it. You just clock it and get rid of them. Now you're like, isn't that a little extreme? Yes, because insecurity is a demon, okay? And it's all encompassing. And it's going to ruin the relationship. They are going to ruin your self-esteem until it's so low that you put up with them doing anything. You put up with them making you feel so bad about yourself that you forget your self-worth. All right? You are in charge of your own self-esteem, but they're going to break you down so low to where you're not even in charge of your self-esteem anymore. You forget who you are after a while when you're with somebody like this. You feel bad about yourself, okay? Because they make you doubt your own perception. They gaslight you with all of this. So you want to just get rid of them because it's this slow, it's like they're slowly hypnotizing you to stop believing in yourself. So you want to get rid of them, okay? Because it's this systematic demoralization, okay? So that's why you don't want to put up with it. So those are the different kinds. And I hope I spoke to somebody today, and I hope this made sense. I love all of you, and have a very blessed evening. Bye-bye.